Hey everyone, it's me and Natalie, and oh good, Tom is joining us, but Natalie Gregg is the host of Lead Loudly, and I'll get her to talk about her chat here in a moment. And I'm Anna Scheller, host of USA Business.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm wondering if there's some kind of delay. Well,
Perfect.
Welcome to this discussion. Yeah, I think there's some kind of delay going on here. And Tom is getting connected. Okay, Tom. So while we're waiting for everybody to come on board, because we're waiting for Tom Reed, what I'd love to do is just welcome everybody to this chat, whether you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. If you are here, we would love for you to say hello and join us. Just join us for a few minutes. We're going to be talking about our chats and also about building community and the upcoming TeleSummit for the USA Biz Party. So while we're waiting for Tom to come, so I have as my guest today Natalie Gregg. Is it Natalie? It's Natalie, right? Am I pronouncing that right, Natalie? So she said yes, her sound will come shortly. Oh. And I'm going to create a banner for her. And Tom Reed, who is an expert, a leadership expert, also the author of the workbook WBS. So Natalie, if you will, Tom's still trying to come in, which is interesting.
It's Holly.
You're still a little choppy.
Can you hear me? It's Nathalie.
Nathalie. I'm making a mess of it, aren't I? And we're still waiting for one more guest. So I'm just going to go ahead and Nathalie, if you would like to share about your Twitter chat, Lead Loudly, I'm sure people would love to learn more about it. And you have it this afternoon or this evening, actually 6 o'clock Eastern, or is it 7 o'clock Eastern? 7 o'clock Eastern, right?
Yes, that's correct, Nathalie.
Nathalie, great. And if you would like to
No,
share.
not at all. Not at all.
All right, so I think we're having some lags in your sound and your video, so I'm going to did you hear my question about talking about Lead Loudly? We have 2 viewers. Thank you for joining us today, by the way. If you have a question for Natalie or for myself, go ahead and put it in the chat, and then I can get that up on the live stream and we can answer it.
That's correct. It's 7 o'clock Eastern.
Natalie, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and get out and then come back in and see if we can't fix the lag between your video and your sound.
Yes.
So I will just wait for Natalie to come back shortly. Natalie and I we've been communicating for over a year. Natalie is an adjunct professor, and whoops, I'll get rid of that for a moment since Natalie's not here yet. Here, we'll put this one up and we'll take this one down. So this one's a little wonky, I will admit. I was not able to get my tech crew to help us out this time. They were busy, so I'm running the show here. But USA Biz Party is a Twitter chat. So if you're not familiar with a Twitter chat, oh, good, we have Tom. So I'll add Tom here. Tom is a leadership authority. He's actually one of our speakers in our upcoming TeleSummit. So let's see. There's a way to make it so that you stand out. There we go. Whoops. Nope. That's not what I wanted. How are you, Tom? You're in, and you're dressed. You're dressed for business today.
You're used to seeing me undressed?
No, not at all. And we have Natalie also here, so we're going to bring Natalie on as well. She was having some trouble with her audio and visual coming together. So, but Tom, tell our viewers, so our viewers who are watching, what exactly is WBS? And what are you going to be? Well, you're going to be talking on Lead Loudly tonight, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So talk a little bit about WBS and your special emphasis of leadership.
I'll be happy to. And my apologies for technical issues, but Anna, you know me and computers, they hate me. I did a 3-hour seminar today. Worked like a charm, no problem. I go to connect, nothing. It won't read the microphone and camera. So I'm like, okay. I gave it permissions. I went in to change things. I reloaded pages. Nothing worked. So I said, I got Firefox on this computer. I'm gonna use that. Same problem. Refused to recognize camera and microphone. So recently there was a Google update, and they've given me something called Edge, which I was trying to stay away from because I just don't trust new products. And after a few introductory things, I got in on the new program. So I'm glad to be here, and I'm happy to meet everybody and talk with you about it. Anna's question has to do with my latest book, which is called Sustained Leadership WBS. And the WBS stands for Work Breakdown Structure. Now, anybody in project management is fully aware of that, and they understand the concept behind it, but a lot of people aren't. And what it means is you take a project and you break it down into its component parts, everything that has to be done. And you structure it in such a way that the work flows properly. But the key with the WBS is that everything is in the WBS, meaning when you finish all the pieces, you finish the project. And this evolved from an effort on my own part to figure out how to build myself into a better leader. And I won't tell you the whole story behind how that evolved, but the point was, when I was done on my whiteboard, I'm looking at this chart and I'm going, that's a WBS. That's how you build a leader. And that was the beginning of the book. And I sat down and wrote a definition for all, 229 elements And then I wrote an application for each one. The book turned out to be 678 pages long when we're all done. So it functions more as a textbook, but it really is a roadmap. It is a way for people to say, I want to be a better leader. And when we certainly need those. And they can follow this and say, well, this particular element, I'm pretty good at that. I don't know that I need to work on that very much, but this next one, wow, I really need to work on that one. I need to make this one better. And so that's the structure of the book and what's behind it and how it was built. For the TeleSummit coming up, in talking about leadership, I want to address the concept of taking your weaknesses and making them strengths. And there's a lot of literature about that these days, including some great work by the Gallup organization that Tom Rath has written about. Some of you may have read or followed the Strength Finders book, where it talks about focus on your strengths. Do what you do best. Don't worry about the stuff you'll never be good at. Focus on the strength. And there's merit to that. There really is merit to that. Yeah. But as a sustained leader, in order to sustain yourself in a leadership role, there are some things that you may not ever be perfect in, but you better not be terrible at it because you'll derail your leadership journey. And so that's what it's all about, helping you progress on your personally identified leadership journey to make you a better leader and better equip you for the leadership roles that you'll find yourself in.
Awesome. Awesome. And so Nathalie is back, and Nathalie, yes. So you're going to be Nathalie's guest this evening on Lead Loudly. Nathalie, talk a little bit about Lead Loudly. How did you get started with this? Lead Loudly is focused on women in leadership. Is that right? I think she is having some trouble with her internet, but I don't want to interrupt.
Well, maybe you can allow me until she can.
Yeah, until she can join. Good.
I'm a regular participant in Lead Loudly. And am I breaking up for you?
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm getting a tiny bit of feedback. In any case, a regular participant, and I love the chat because we talk about leadership principles. And leadership principles are not really gender specific. Certainly, if you take all women as a group and all men as a group, there are differences. Clearly.
That is the focus, but we have gentlemen that join us every week, and also we have gentlemen as guests, and is focused on women, for women to be bold, confident, and fearless. And
Anna, it's your show. I'll let you lead the band here.
We are just having fun tech issues today, I just have to say, all the way around. So
I'll continue what I was saying, that while you may say the chat is focused on women, there are a lot of women that participate in it, some very smart, very brilliant, fine leaders in the group that's there. And I don't find it, there are some chats that are heavy testosterone or heavy estrogen, I suppose. Natalie does a fantastic job of bringing everybody together because leadership principles are universal. Anybody can be a great leader if they work on their leadership competencies. And so whether you're male or female or whatever, you might approach it differently. You might have a different set of skills coming in, but it's doable. And so what she's done with this chat, and she's done amazing things with it since she started it. She has developed a following there of really top-notch people. So whether you're experienced in leadership roles or you're new to leadership roles, join the chat. You will learn either way because there's just so much good stuff going on there.
And Nathalie recently got recognized by Madeline Sklar, who's considered one of the top Twitter influencers across the globe, as being one of her favorite chats. And I'm happy to say that USA Biz Party was also named in that same list. So Nathalie's done an amazing job, and she is a leader. She does coaching as well. And I'm just sorry that she's having difficulty getting into our chat. So USA Biz Party, on the other hand, we touch on all kinds of topics specifically related to business, leadership being one of them, because I don't think a lot of people start, especially entrepreneurs, small business owners, they may not see themselves as leaders per se. I know I didn't. I was so busy learning just how to grow my business and make money. I didn't see myself in a leadership role until much later, when I began to realize some of the challenges I was facing was because I didn't understand leadership from a more, I guess, productive perspective. I've always been an empathetic person, and while that is a good leadership quality, it has to be balanced out with other qualities as well. Otherwise, you end up being a nice guy who gets nothing done. And then when things run rough in your company or in your business, it's hard to have the tools. In crisis, it's not when you develop those tools. You have to start developing those tools before a crisis hits. And I can think of several opportunities where I missed the mark because I didn't understand how to lead people in that situation. So I am really excited. I hope Nathalie, she's still trying to come in, so we're gonna hope she's able to get hooked up with some good internet there. I'm really excited about the TeleSummit, and we were sad that Sam Kelly couldn't join us. She had a scheduling conflict when we changed the date, but we are getting Ramon Ray. And Ramon, he's the writer of The Celebrity CEO, and I don't know if you've ever seen any of his videos, but the guy is energetic, has tons and tons of energy. And I'm sad that we got him so late that he couldn't squeeze into his schedule doing one of these live streams with us, because I think people will really enjoy listening to him talking about personal branding and how to create a community around that. Now, leadership is powerful in community. It's important because we have people like Nathalie who step into leadership roles and create community. So she has the Lead Loudly community. Maybe you could comment a little bit on leadership within community, where it's a supportive online community like the ones that you participate in, USA Biz Party and Lead Loudly.
Sure. The key with any group is that someone in some capacity will become recognized as the leader. And that's an important aspect. They don't declare themselves a leader or become the leader. They are recognized by the followers as the leader. And that's what makes them the leader. Absent a following, you're not leading anything. Somebody once said that if you think you're a leader, go take a walk. If you turn around and there's nobody following you, you're just out for a walk. You're not leading anything. And so it's very important to recognize that any community, any group of people will have a dominant leader role. Now, I don't mean dominant in the sense of overriding everybody. They're not an overlord. It is a specific role. And everybody in a community has that role. Think of the leader as the conductor of the band or conductor of the orchestra, which, by the way, to do their job, they have to turn their back on the crowd. It's only the people, the players that they are conducting. And that's an important aspect of leadership too, and that you have to focus on your team and how the team is doing. And so with that in mind, and you're right, Nathalie's done a fantastic job because she started a chat from scratch. She was relatively new to Twitter, if I remember correctly, and immediately began building a following. And she was doing all the right things to get recognized, to improve her own skills, to bring the team together, to mobilize the team. She just did everything so right. And I commend her for that. But the point is that in any community, there will be people that will take on leadership roles, and it might cycle through different people for different times and different tasks and different things that have to be done. And that's okay, because in my view, every organization should have leaders at every level. And the same is true in any community. Any person in the community should be willing to step up and take charge, if you will, become the leader for whatever the current need might be. And in any community, those needs are going to shift, they're going to change. And so prepare yourself so that it becomes your turn. You actually do a commendable job, you expand your leadership abilities, you further yourself on your leadership journey, and you're then prepared for the next big task that comes along. And that's what leadership is really all about.
You know, I think too, people have to realize that leadership. Natalie is back, so we're gonna bring her on.
Good.
There she is. So people are looking for leaders. I mean, and even leaders are looking to be led. Not everybody wants to be on the front, in the front all the time. There are people who leaders need support as well, and they also need to yield leadership to members of their team in order to effectively move toward whatever goal that they have. So, like in a community like USA Biz Party or like Lead Loudly, I mean, I think Natalie is great, and I wish I could join her chat more frequently. Unfortunately, I usually have a commitment on Thursday evenings, but I appreciate the fact that she is always willing to, I appreciate how she's always willing to jump in and help. So there was I was part of a TeleSummit. This was at the beginning of the year, and she found out what I was doing, and she got in, she listened to the TeleSummit, and she ended up live tweeting for me. And that was so unexpected, but that's the kind of giving person that Natalie is.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, she is so very giving, and I'm sad that she's not able to join us right now. This is she's been trying. I have to tell the listeners and those people who are watching this, whether you're live with us or you are joining us on a replay, that Natalie has been trying valiantly, but I think her internet keeps freezing her computer. And unfortunately for this platform, you have to have video. You can't just stick a picture up there because it is a live streaming platform. So we'll give this a few more minutes, and then maybe, one of the things I would love to do is I would love to be able to give away a couple of promo tickets to people who are watching this, whether they're watching live or they're watching a replay. So I know you have promo tickets you can give away. I have promo tickets to give away. And I'm going to give Natalie one of my promo tickets. I think she's always so supportive. But let's talk about what goes with the USA Biz Party promotional ticket. So we've got, so you'll have attendance to the event. It's a 4-hour event. And you're one of our speakers. Who are some of the other speakers? Can you remember?
Oh, yeah, you've got Elaine, and you've got Elaine helped me the other day. That's why her name is top on my list. I remember Samantha, and I was so sad she had to drop out, but still,
I was too.
A great player in there. The people that are speaking cover a broad range of things. Every subject will be significantly different in that respect, and it makes sense because there is this community sense that it is disparate people coming together for a common purpose, and that's what the best communities are made of. To that end, to not let you off the hook, all the things that Anna said about Natalie is equally true to Anna. She won't admit it, though, because she's got USA Biz Party. She does this chat every week. She does it consistently, on time, same place, great questions. She manages it well. She does a great job with the timing. It's just a fun, good chat with lots of good information. Then she goes off and starts this TeleSummit idea. And I'm going to say single-handedly, because you're the focus. You're the one that brought all the other talent together into the community that is creating the TeleSummit. And that includes, thank God, good technical people.
Yeah, like Jim and
technical and just a wonderful slate of speakers. And if you watch Twitter and LinkedIn, I'm seeing pretty much all of the speakers are posting the promo for this about them speaking at the various things that are going on there. I confess I've been really busy this week. I got a great gig. It's filling me up time-wise to do some training on negotiations. And it's also a subject I love. I love teaching negotiations. And so it's been a lot of fun. Tomorrow will be the last day for this. But it's time consuming. Then again, when you're trying to earn a living, you got to put some time in to earn the living. But Anna, I don't want the time to pass without giving you the recognition you deserve. Because without you and you as the leader, this wouldn't happen. It just flat out wouldn't happen. And we've learned a lot in the process. We've gained a lot of experience. As I said, we're linked with some fantastic tech people, which is critically important as we're learning even in this live stream. There are technical issues when you least expect them. And so you deserve a lot of credit for all of that. Because I suspect, and I'm going to make a prediction here, that this is merely the beginning of some of the amazing things you're going to continue to do.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I do want the TeleSummit. This is our inaugural TeleSummit. So this would be a great time to check us out, because the tickets not only will get you access to 4 hours of speaking, we're going to have opportunities for people to win prizes. And the speakers are going to help us with that. They don't know this yet, but they will. And we have, one of the things that I'm really grateful for is we have an amazing sponsor. We have a number of sponsors. We have, our gold sponsor is Optessa. So Optessa is a software company that helps companies work their supply chains. They work with companies like Honda. I'm talking the car, Honda. These people, Honda uses their technology in order to produce the wonderful cars that Honda makes. And John Buglino, who is the director of marketing, he's actually going to be on one of our live streams. He's real supportive of USA Biz Party. And I have to share that they became one of our sponsors simply because of relationships that we built through USA Biz Party. I know there are people who say that Twitter can be, or social media in general can be a waste of time. When you spend time building relationships, these become the area, these become the fertile ground that builds your business. And Ramon Ray is going to actually be talking about that as he talks from his book, The Celebrity CEO. Now, we're going to also have these wonderful sponsors, Blue Tree Films IPA, which is a social media and website management company. My own company's Capri Temporary Housing. These things wouldn't happen if Capri wasn't willing to let me work on this stuff on a regular basis. And some of the other things that are going to be available to people are, regardless of whether you get a promotional ticket or you get the lowest tier ticket, which is only $10, you're still going to get access for 1 full month into our membership website, where all of the recordings that we'll be doing are going to be stored. So some people are looking at us, Tom, going, I don't know that I have that much time to spend, watching. I've got work to do. It's the week before the holidays. We're taking off at the end of the week. No problem, because you jump in. If you can stay for the whole time, that would be great, because that's how you're going to be able to win prizes. But if you can't, you're going to have access to the membership website where all the recordings are going to be. And we're going to have the moderated sessions. Tomorrow I'm meeting with the moderators. We're going to be talking about creating engagement. So in the sessions, like the session that you're going to be in, you're going to actually be working with people through the material, helping them to identify those areas that they can that they can work on to create better leadership skills within themselves. And all of our speakers are going to have be in these sessions with people, talking to them, answering any questions, and also working through some of the material with them. And I mean, I just can't say enough. The membership website, we're going to be offering different opportunities within the membership website. So I'll be doing a monthly, or I can't remember if it's monthly or weekly. I probably said weekly because that's just the kind of person I am. But a weekly sales, you know, hoorah, something to help people, especially in this COVID environment. It's so hard. But there's just going to be a lot there. And so I just encourage people, it's only $10. But if you're watching this, and you want one of Tom's promo tickets, I recommend, let's see if we have any comments, not yet. I recommend that you put Tom in the chat, and then Tom will have to give you one of his promo tickets. Or if you think I'm prettier and you want me one of my, well, you can't get one of the promo tickets, you're one of the speakers. Then you can put Anna in the chat. So Tom, if you want one of Tom's, whoops. There we go. There we go. This thing's mirrored. This thing is so mirrored.
I was agreeing that as between us, you are much prettier than me.
Oh.
I'm still sporting my COVID hair.
Are you? I was thinking you're starting to look like Santa Claus.
Exactly. I may dress up that way, but then I have to stay 6 feet away from everybody, and that might work. I'm better at a distance, it seems. I haven't had my hair like this since the 70s, and so I admit I'm just having fun with it right now. But I never answered your other question of who else was speaking, because
well,
we've got Esther Ocampo's in there, and you've got I mentioned Lane Lindsay, and I forgot that our own technical guys are going to be speaking too. Both Jim and Chris are talking about different issues, and then you've got Raven. You brought Raven Blair Glover in on this, and the other one was Sue Canfield, was the one I was not remembering. Sorry, Sue, I've seen your promos out there, but that's it, including the more recently lined up ride you have in there.
Well, and you know, one of the things I'll be doing, I won't be speaking, but my job is to host, like I do the social media chat on Twitter every week. So my job will be to help people stay engaged and also to prepare people to listen to these amazing speakers that we're going to be having. So, well, I think this is a good place for us to say goodbye for the time being. Thank you for joining me, Tom. I'm excited for the TeleSummit. Remember, you want one of Tom's tickets, put Tom in the chat. If you want one of my tickets, put Anna in the chat. So all you have to do, and then we'll make sure that we get you one of those promotional tickets. The promotional tickets get you access just like the first tier tickets, which is basically access to everything. So we are looking forward to having everybody join us. Thank you so much for being with us on this live stream, and make it a great day.
Take care, everyone. Have a great day.